I am exhausted because I have been playing Destiny 2 Witch Queen as much as I possibly can over the last few days. I have completed the campaign and I thought I would share my thoughts, my early thoughts, of course, because there is so much to do in this game about Destiny 2 Witch Queen, which, spoilers, I liked it. Thank you so much for watching my videos. If you like this content, please consider hitting that subscribe button, hitting that bell to know when my videos go live. Also, hit that like button if you like this video. So yeah, just doing this sort of off the cuff, but largely after beating the Destiny 2 Witch Queen main campaign on Legendary difficulty with a friend of mine who plays Destiny pretty regularly, Travis, Tie Guy Travis, he goes by online, and his girlfriend, actually, who is a very casual player. She doesn't play religiously like I'm sure most of us do. We were able to beat the campaign on Legendary. We started at launch and we finished today sometime. We stopped at the final boss and finished it up today. Yeah, I really like the story. It actually ties up some threads that have been lingering for a long time, almost since Shadowkeep, or at least advance the narratives that, I mean, they've always been around in the Destiny universe. So without spoiling anything, really, there's some really interesting developments in the story this time, and they continue into post game. So right now there's this new investigations map where you can actually uncover more about what's sort of going on in the world. And I really like how that opened up. It reminded me of Shadowkeep in the way that you had the armor that you had to get post campaign. There's nothing that I've discovered thus far that sort of locks you out from progressing where you have to get like a full armor set and wear it. I haven't found anything like that yet, but yeah, I do like the investigations. You go to a place and then you line up the logo for the game, sort of like they did with Hellblade, actually. And you line it up and then you get a little bit more lore. I've really enjoyed that. And also there's these puzzles in the throne world that you have to solve where one of the things look a little bit different, and then you get to uncover the next thing. The seasonal activity. So there's Wellspring and there was another activity. I'm blanking on the name of it. Both of them were really fun. I really enjoyed how they were structured, probably because we're in an all new area. It's not at all a reused asset. It's entirely a new space, or at least one that we haven't seen since maybe the launch of Destiny, as far as I can remember, because it might be partially stuff from the launch of the game. Like I said, I'm a little tired, so I'm a little rambly, but I'm pretty sure it's all new assets for both of the new event locations. So I've done Wellspring, and I did the other one, which I can't remember the name of. I can't boot up the game right now. Obviously, I'm shooting this video, but both of them are good. Both of them are a lot of fun to do. And once you hit 1500 power, you're going to be 1520. If you do the campaign on Legendary, you're pretty much good to go on almost all activities, except for maybe the Nightfall, whenever that opens up, right? So like the story, I do like the seasonal activity this time, potentially because it's new. It's sort of similar to when there was this event, Season of the Chosen, I believe it was, where you had to go kill all the Cabal soldiers. So it has the idea that you have different bosses that you're going to capture every week. And I think that's going to change as you progress through the season. But it's one of those activities where I'm like, okay, I am definitely going to play this throughout the whole season. And there have been activities like the one last season. I really didn't like the 30th anniversary Star Horse stuff. It just felt like it was so long to get through those for me. And I'm just like, it's basically Menagerie, where I felt like it's too long. I feel like it's a really sweet spot, because if you go in with a really good team right now, you can sort of tear through these missions. And even if you just go in with randoms and they're near your power level, you're going to be just fine. We destroyed the Wellspring mission to the point where I was just standing there, because it's a 6-player activity. I was just standing there and I'm like, these people are just destroying everything. One of my favorite parts is actually the new void abilities. So I've been using the, well, it used to be bottom tree. Now it's like the third thing in the hunter tether. And it actually does a lot of DPS, it seems, which sort of surprised me. I have a lot of void weapons and void abilities, and I'm basically invisible all the time. I'm using bombardiers to drop a bomb, which puts weaken on all of your enemies. So you're invisible, you weaken your enemy, you shoot it with a heavy, you dodge away, dropping a bomb, you go, which brings up your invisibility again. You pop invisibility, so like they're weakened, and you can just nuke them basically while you're in that state or get set up. And that has been a lot of fun. So just messing around with Void, just generally speaking, has been cool. I haven't had a chance to unlock the additional aspects yet. So this is just basically the base build with the grenades, which, pro tip, you get from Ikora. So if you want to get just unlock the new grenades, I think it's just Glimmer, and you can just get them pretty quickly. That might not unlock until the end of the campaign, though. The investigations are really good. Void 2.0 is feeling really good. And hopping into that Wellspring activity with a Warlock who is just stupid overpowered was a little insane. There is a 1550 event for the exotic that I haven't been able to do yet. Obviously, that is the soft caps 1500. That's where your blues stop cashing in. Then you want to do your your grind up to 1550, and then 1560 is the cap. So your goal is 1550 for everything. There's so much more to do and discover. The new weapon crafting system, basically you use a weapon and you can level it up to level 30, which is pretty intriguing to me. I haven't found a weapon that I've fallen in love with yet. With all the new perks, I still have to figure out, like, okay, what's going to work for my build? What's going to work in Destiny 2? But all in all, I'm liking it. This is definitely going to be one of those expansions similar to... So I really like Shadowkeep, right? I enjoyed Shadowkeep quite a bit. I think the seasonal activity that season, that was the one where you would go into the Vex worlds and you would attack everything. I liked it, but it got a little repetitive by the end. But the storytelling of what happened every week with Eris Morn sort of losing control was really, really compelling stuff. And it had me signing on and completing those activities to do that. I can see myself doing that again with Witch Queen. There's, like, I just beat the campaign, so I'm just discovering a lot more that the game has to offer, and I'm really, really liking that. I just like that there's so much new stuff to do. I love the power grind in Destiny, right? I love getting my character back to 1550, and we haven't had that for like a year. It seems like Bungie is going to be increasing our power by like 10 every season for the rest of the time. But I didn't realize how much I did miss that min-maxing, grinding to get back to 1550. Well, or whatever it was in the past. I actually like that a lot, and I'm glad that it's back and I'm able to continue doing that. So if you watch this video and you have no clue what the hell I'm talking about because you have lapsed from Destiny, there is one caveat I want to say to all this. The story is good. I did legendary difficulty. Like I said, I played with a seasoned player and a rookie. Sorry, D. But yeah, we played together and it was fun, but I would recommend normal difficulty for most crews that are either returning players and just wanting to experience the story. And then later you can go back and do, legendary if you feel like it. I almost would have, I like the challenge of it. I think it's really well balanced. I think if you have a team, legendary is the way to go. I think if you want to do solo and just enjoy the story, just do normal, because the 15-20, I feel like you're going to be there in no time, just by getting good drops from activities, right? I'm just getting showered with everything still at 15-20, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. But okay, so if you're a new player and you're watching this video and you have no idea what I'm talking about with the characters or the past references to the seasons, I mean, I do have videos of every season ever in Destiny, compilations of all of those things on this YouTube channel that nobody really watches, but I make them sort of for me and for the community, just because I love this game and have for a very long time, except for when it makes me do 55x clears. But getting to my point. If you are newer to Destiny or you're a lapsed player, no, you're not going to know what the hell is going on. And that's the big problem with Destiny. I feel like players who sort of come into it, they don't really know what they're supposed to do. They don't know what's going on in the story. And that is one thing that I don't really know how Bungie addresses that, right? Like, it's a live service game. If this is your starting point, you are able to play some of the content that's still in the game. Like, you can't play Forsaken, so you don't really get that context of what happened with Crow. Forsaken has now been removed from Destiny. You can't play Red War. You can only watch those videos on my YouTube channel or wherever you want to watch them, really. And that's kind of a bummer. It means that a lot of new Guardians are going to be lost. And games like this struggle with that thing, that how do we get new players in? Destiny is one of the top played games on Steam, right? So they're doing something right. But how do we get new players in, but also explain things to them? I didn't see anything in the director that was like a catch up, but they actually did that recently. And I hope it's still there, because at least that gives you base context to what is happening. There's still a lot of narrative threads that even I want to see fulfilled, but I haven't finished all of the content yet. So who knows what else is going to develop, but I am very excited for what is coming with Lightfall, what is coming with the new characters and everything. So yeah, big thumbs up. It's probably one of my favorite stories told in Destiny. Forsaken was pretty good, but it was sort of like, a cowboy western where you take down one enemy at a time. I think I actually agree with what everybody is saying. I think it is one of the best stories told in the Destiny campaign. I thought Red War was pretty good. Red War had some narrative stuff that was a little like storytelling stuff that was a little just weirdly written. I'll say, like the fact that Gaul just kills his he just kills him, and it's basically his death is off screen. The fact that this major character dies in Red War was sort of off screen. I feel like everything that happened had a really, really great explanation. There's really compelling things that happen in this campaign that are really interesting and have major impacts for the lore of the series going forward. I liked it. I would love to hear your thoughts. If you're a Destiny player and you're actually watching this, let me know what your thoughts are. I apologize for the rambliness of this video, but I've been playing Destiny too much. So you're going to get a little bit of rambly, a little bit more bearded Destin than normal. But thank you so much for watching. If you like my videos, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to know when they go live. I do appreciate you watching, even though I'm rambling and tired from playing video games too much. If you want to become a member, memberships are turned on. Thank you so much to all of the members who support this channel. I greatly appreciate you. If you want to become a member, you can click that join button. It's right down there. I am going to go ahead and get some sleep. I will see you for the next one. Bye for now, everybody.